we're going to be talking about cruise food because Carnival just announced some several changes to what's going to be available for cruising food when you're on a Carnival cruise. So we're going to get into that in just a minute. It's we're curious to see what you think about it. We're kind of there's a lot of great items still remaining, but we're surprised at how many changes have made all at once. So that's coming up in just a few minutes. Also today, we're premiering 3 brand new mini features that we're going to add to our episodes here when we go live. And we're going to be kind of beefing up and making our live shows a little, have a little extra.
Extra.
Is that the hand signal for extra?
I don't know.
Oh, well, so let's start off with our first new feature right now.
Okay.
So we're adding some trivia questions. We're going to have a trivia question on here as an added feature each week. And our first trivia question, if you know it, feel free to, if you're watching live, that is, feel free to put your answer in the chat if you know the answer. What is the name of Virgin Voyage's first cruise ship? So if you know, put your answer in the chat. We'd love to know if you know the answer to this question, and look forward to putting out some trivia questions again in the future. So that's our first question. If you know it, let us know. Now we need to talk about what's going to be coming up here in the very near future. As in next Saturday's topic is going to be cruise planning. So planning a cruise, we're going to be talking about that again. And we're also going to feature a cruise food spotlight. And we're going to be doing that again later in this episode too. But first, we're going to be talking about some big changes that Carnival has implemented regarding the cruise food. But before we do that, we need to say hello. We need to say hello to some of our Hello.
I'm saying hello.
Oh, hi. well, now that we said hello to each other, let's say hello to people who are watching live.
That's who I was saying hello to, the people live.
Okay. Well, we've got the Z Show Cruise Fun. Welcome in. It's great to see you. We've got Jen and Dale watching. If you watched our show last week, you saw them as one of our returning special guests, or I guess 2 of our returning special guests. And you saw a special appearance from the lucky cruisers who were on a cruise last week during our show. Robin and Chet from Sea Lake Journeys, a channel you should check out if you haven't yet. And they're going live later today, I believe at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And so you'll want to be sure to check that out. And we are, I also saw, I think Wanda from Cruising for Food is going to start going. She's going to do her first live today at 5 o'clock. So you can watch Wanda at 5 and then watch Sea Lake Journeys at 6.
Oh,
so boy. That's yeah. So if you don't have plans for later today, there's some plans.
There you go.
Get in the cruising state of mind. So let's get into our topic. We got a lot to talk about today. So let's not take any more time.
No more dilly-dally.
Have I been dilly-dallying? I'm sorry. So let's talk about these changes that have just been announced by Carnival. Some changes that, depending on your point of view, might be big, might be minor. I don't know, but let's get into it. We've got some permanent changes, and we've got some temporary changes, and we've actually got a couple of changes that are actually good. Let's start off with what I think is probably the biggest change, at least for our cruise food experience.
Yeah.
What's the first permanent change that they've announced?
Breakfast room service hang tags program has been discontinued.
Yeah. So Joy often talks about first breakfast, and if you've watched pretty much any of our past Carnival videos, we've talked about this. You may see these tags hanging in the room when you go on a Carnival cruise, and it is a hang tag you can fill out and leave out on the door in your hall the night before, and then they'll deliver breakfast for you at a requested time. They are no longer going to be offering that. So that's kind of, I'd say that's a disappointment for us. That's the big one for us because we're used to it. Now, you still can call for room service and request it.
That's right.
But the one question that I've been that I've already had asked of me is if you can call the night before and have them deliver it, but they haven't really explained that yet. So I'm going to assume for now that you can't, but maybe you can. Maybe. I don't know if their system's set up that way. Yeah. So
just call in the morning when you wake up.
Yeah,
say
and
room service.
there you go. You can do that certainly. And maybe, we were talking earlier, maybe they'll work it into the app, like they have some other
Oh, yeah.
services for food on their app. I think that's the direction they're heading. And Sea Lake Journeys is saying they witnessed some of the changes firsthand on their cruise last weekend.
Oh,
So
wow.
so yeah, it's already happening.
It's
So
already
that's the
happening.
first big change.
First
Um,
big change.
yeah. And the next big change, or the next change that's permanent, is what?
24-hour pizza has been discontinued.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my
this one
goodness.
sounds like a bigger deal than not. But if you go to Cucina del Capitano, I'm sorry, Pizzeria del
Mm-hmm.
Capitano, thank you, or Pizza Pirate, you may know that you can go there late at night, anytime, day or night, and get pizza. But that is no longer the case. The pizza, whether it's Pizzeria del Capitano or Pizza Pirate,
Pirate.
you now will only have 19 hours where you can get it. So they're going to be closing it from between 9 a.m. and 4 a.m. So, sorry, 4 a.m. and 9 a.m.
I
Thank
was
you.
like, what?
Thank you. Got it backwards. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, if you're hungry for some pizza, you're going to have to wait until 9. Sorry. I imagine that there's not a lot of people getting pizza at 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning, but that is a change. So
That's when you can call room service.
yeah, I guess. So that is the change for that. I don't know it. I've gotten pizza. I don't think I've ever gotten pizza even close to 4 o'clock in the morning. So I don't think that one bothers me so much. But comment and let us know if that one's a big deal for you. If you're going to be missing your 5:30 a.m. pizza. What's the next permanent change they've announced?
The next permanent change is Sea Brunch has been reduced by an hour.
Yeah.
It's closing at noon.
Okay, so the Sea Day brunch, they're not going to run it quite as long. They're just ending it an hour earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you said, that's pretty much sums it up. It did go till 1 apparently, and you got to get on there before noon now. So yeah, I don't know if that one's a huge deal. I mean, if you like to sleep in, maybe you're going to be like, oh man.
But you can always go to the marketplace, the Lido marketplace. Is that the buffet area?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, I was just let's go on to the next one. Sorry, I got distracted there.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
The next one is MDR special occasion cakes have been discontinued.
Okay.
Main dining room is MDR. Special occasion cakes have been discontinued.
That's right. So if you may have experienced this before, if you're on for a special occasion, they would bring you'd let them know, hey, we're celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd bring a little celebration cake, a little birthday cake, anniversary cake, whatever to your table. They're not going to be doing that anymore. Instead, they'll put a candle in your chocolate melting cake or whatever dessert you have selected.
Right.
So yeah, it's maybe a little disappointing if you're used to that. And we've got Barbara is asking if the Dr. Seuss breakfast is canceled. Spoiler alert, that's not on the list. They have not said anything about the Dr. Seuss breakfast. So fortunately, you don't have to worry about that one. If you're planning on getting your green eggs and ham, you can still do that.
Yay!
Yeah. So that's good news. I think we must. Did we cover Ocean Plaza?
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay, we want to give them Ocean. What's the Ocean Plaza change? So this only affects some ships. The ships that have Ocean Plaza.
Right. So the ships that have Ocean Plaza, their breakfast and lunch snacks have been discontinued. Where have they been moved to?
Well, they just don't have them. So on some of the ships, like I think it's a Vista class ships mostly, and Carnival Sunshine had it, and it was just a very small little snack buffet they had around in the afternoon, like lunchtime, and I think maybe at breakfast. And you can go there and grab a quick bite. So they're discontinuing that. So if that's something you look forward to, from what I noticed of people taking advantage of that when we were on the Carnival Sunshine, I think more people were surprised it was even there than were looking for it. So maybe that won't affect a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
plus there's so much food on the board the ship, you can go to Guy's Burger.
Right. Yep. And we had talked about the special occasion cakes, and Chet and Robin from Sea Lake Journey says on their last week's cruise for the anniversary, they brought them a regular dessert item and sang. So it's not quite as fancy as having a special cake. I think we also skipped the late night snacks. So late night snacks is
my dyslexia is coming through.
Yeah, what you're so excited, you're moving ahead really quickly.
Exactly.
So the late night snacks, it was a section that they put up at the buffet. I quite frankly never even noticed it. Late night snacks in the Lido marketplace that have a very small section of the buffet, maybe like they had in Ocean Plaza. They're discontinuing that. So if you want a late night snack, they actually do have a backup plan to replace that. And they're going to have what they're calling Pizza Plus at the pizza venue, whether it's Pizzeria del Capitano or Pizza Pirate. You can go there in the evenings and you can get, of course, the pizza, but you can also get pasta, sandwiches, salads, some light items like that. So that's where you'll need to go. Now, of course, that you might be in a big line. You may have to, hopefully they'll just let you grab and go. And so you're not waiting in the big line of people ordering pizzas made to order. But that's where they're moving everything for the late night food too. Is that all of it for the permanent changes?
I think so.
Okay. So what permanent change are you going to miss the most? Comment and let us know. We've got some temporary changes we want to talk about too. But what of the permanent changes? What's the biggest deal to you? To us, I think I already said, and let me know if you disagree, Joy, but for me, I think the room service breakfast hang tag is something that we really did. I don't think we didn't do it every day, but we did it probably half the time at least.
Yeah. And the other times we did call room service.
Yeah, and you can call room service and you can order food on the app. Sometimes there's a charge associated with that. But yeah, so what do you think of the other changes?
Well, I think they're good. I mean,
they're good? You're in favor of this?
Well, sure. I'm in favor because, I can understand the C-Day brunch being reduced by an hour.
That's not a big deal.
They go immediately to lunch.
Yep.
So it all makes sense.
We never did the special occasion cake in the main dining room because we often do the steakhouse instead of the main dining room, and we had the infamous Ha cake on Carnival Conquest, our last Carnival Cruise, and that actually came with the room decorations that I ordered in advance. So
yeah, we were wondering if they forgot how to spell happy anniversary, or or if they were laughing at us.
Yeah. So Rally Creative Travel says just loves cruising. Is going to be happy, going to have to adjust and be happy to be on the high seas. You know what? If they're doing this, they had to do this at any time in the history and announce like a half dozen changes to one of the favorite things we cruise for. Doing it after we went through a time where we couldn't cruise is probably a good time to do it, because it's kind of like, you know what? We've been through a lot worse. At least we can cruise.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
We're excited to go cruising.
Yes. So that is the permanent changes. Comment and let us know what you think is the biggest change or what you'll miss the most. And if you missed any of these, you can come back and watch it later. Let's talk about the temporary changes. But before we do that, we want to roll out our next feature that we have to share. And that is number 2 of our 3 new features. And let's go ahead and do that now.
Hi, this is the joy of cruising. Today it is a tip, and you can use these great towel clippers for double duty. Besides clipping on your towels on your chairs, you can also use them for your curtains. If you happen to be on a balcony or a window, you can close the curtains so you can have a better sleep, whether it's during the day or at night, so you can have blackout. Yeah,
if you like to take a nap like I know you do, sometimes those curtains don't come together all the way, and I think you've even taken those when we've traveled and stayed at a hotel.
Yeah, they work great at hotel rooms too.
Yeah, because even some really nice hotels have draperies that don't come together very well.
It just leaves that little clip that space.
And if you've been traveling odd hours or whatever, you want to build close. I think that's a great tip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That has been our Joy of Cruising tip.
Okay, so great new segment. Good job, Joy.
Thanks.
Yeah, she wanted to name this our whole channel, The Joy of Cruising. So at least we can give her a few minutes to do the Joy of Cruising segment, right?
Exactly.
Let
if
us
you
know
like the segments, give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. That's a great time to ask for a thumbs up and comment and let us know what you think of Joy's The Joy of Cruising, the tips. And she's going to be doing a whole bunch of different stuff in the coming weeks. So
you
got that to look forward to. Yeah, so now we need to go back and talk about what else is changing for cruising food on Carnival. Couple temporary changes. These aren't gone forever, but they're not coming back quite yet. And what is the first one of the temporary changes?
Afternoon tea time remains on hold.
Oh, okay. So afternoon tea, if you've ever done that, it's something we've enjoyed. I think it's more like you kind of said, why don't you come with me to this? And it was typically on a sea day, and you could get the complimentary basic tea bags, and then but the important thing was they had little goodies, little cucumber sandwiches, and little petitfours and little cakes and stuff, little hand sandwiches. I do remember one thing was if you wanted to upgrade and get a fancier tea bag, they charge like an extra $2 or something. So you'd have like a $2 charge on your bill. So I thought that was kind of funny. But that's already not been going for a while. It was on temporarily paused. It's still temporarily paused. So at least they're not saying it's going away for good. So that'll be coming back. What is the other temporary change?
The chocolate extravaganza.
Yes. And a couple
that they had remains on hold.
Yes. And a couple people mentioned that in the chat that they do miss the chocolate extravaganza, and that was something they did in the Lido Marketplace on a sea day, the last sea day typically, where you could go and get all kinds of chocolate goodies. I think you can still find plenty of chocolate.
Really late at night too. So
not always. Not always.
That's true.
But anyway, you'd have to wait real late at night now to get it because it's not happening. So that has gone by the wayside.
Exactly.
So that's a couple more temporary. That's a couple of the temporary changes. Let's talk about. We've got two more changes, but these are actually good changes.
Yay!
You want to tell people what the good news is out of all of this?
Cucina del Capitano has been reopened.
That's
for dinner service.
Yes, so Cucina del Capitano, that's the Italian specialty restaurant on board. And if you've seen any of our videos where we've talked about Cucina del Capitano, you'll know that Joy goes crazy for their garlic bread.
Gosh.
So
Robin, you gotta try those garlic.
Yes, Robin, you gotta try those garlic. That's
garlic
good bread.
Garlic rolls.
Pull apart. Anyway, so Cucina del Capitano, it's a specialty dining option on board, and it has returned.
Yay!
And so that's good news. Also returning is another specialty dining option. What's that?
The chef's table has returned.
That's right, the chef's table. And if that's something you haven't experienced, like we haven't, we were just talking about, we still haven't done that. We have had a hard time scheduling that because we're always wanting to do Cucina del Capitano or the steakhouse or whatever, but that's exciting to have that back. Yes, and Robin says she's excited to try the garlic bread, and they also had some praise. Some people had some praise for your Joy of Cruising. Just so you know, you're the premiere of the Joy of Cruising. Sea Lake Journey said the tips are awesome. They loved it, and Raleigh Creative Travel said that brought joy to us with great tips. So good job on the new segments. So with that. Let's do our third segment, third new segment, a little mini segment we have. Before we get into our special cruise food spotlight for tonight, we're going to talk about the food on Carnival Panorama coming up. If you haven't had enough food talk in this episode, there's more coming.
That's right.
So, but before we do that, let's go into our next new segment. So, Cruise Hero is a new segment we're introducing where we're going to try to recognize somebody that made our cruise, your cruise, and we're looking for your input to share somebody that made your cruise extra special, whether it was a crew member, whether it was a fellow passenger, if it was maybe you found one of those little hidden ducks and you want to say thank you to the person that put it there, if it was an experience on one of the ports that you went to, or an excursion or something, who made your cruise better than it would have been otherwise?
Who was your cruise hero?
That's right. That's our cruise hero. And each week we're going to talk about a cruise hero that made the cruises extra special. You can email us with your nominees for Cruise Hero at info at cruisedayfun.com. Info at cruisedayfun.com. Email us and let us know who your cruise hero was. And for this
Put down the ship too, the ship name.
Just tell us, just give us in a couple sentences, who they were and what they did, and we will share that information. We're going to try to nominate somebody every week for Cruise Hero. And on that note, who is our cruise hero for this week?
The cruise hero for this week is Mardi Gras how do you say the name? Joselito.
Joselito.
The Havana Bar.
So his name is Joselito.
Yes.
And he was on what ship?
On the Mardi Gras.
And
at the Havana Bar. And he introduced me to mango daiquiris. And he was so sweet. Every time I would go into the Havana Bar, he would make me a mango daiquiri.
Wow.
I know. It was
that sounds dangerous. So the Havana Bar, we've expressed the Havana Bar in a couple ships, but on the Mardi Gras, it's bigger and I guess you could say better. So you've even got some Mardi Gras cabin staterooms you can book near there. And we had great service and a very comfortable, relaxing time there. And Joselito made it extra special. And you said they were your cruise hero of the week. And that was my cue to play the outgoing music, right?
Yes.
Oops. So we're working on these little segments, but we're trying to add a little fun and a little I don't know, infotainment.
Right. We want to highlight the people who help make the cruise better.
Yeah, and I think we started talking about this. We're always talking about how great the cruise crew are on these ships, and I think we kind of started talking about, because we don't just watch cruise content on YouTube, but we've been watching a lot of content about kind of acts of kindness and people going and tipping a waitress, $100, $1,000, whatever, and just making somebody's day a little special, just random acts of kindness. And we're thinking about cruising. That's what we experience a lot.
Yeah, and I would say about 80% of the experience going on a cruise is the attitude of the workers.
Yeah.
I mean, that really affects the cruise.
Yeah, it does. So, it makes a huge difference, and I totally agree with that.
So we really appreciate good service, good attitude, and we just want to highlight that and say you're our hero of the week.
Yeah. So and it's not always just a crew member. It's like we've talked to people, and I know that there's people out there that are watching. They've been like, I met this person. I still keep in contact with them. And it could be like a fellow passenger. Right. So anything like that. Now, I'm realizing that we forgot to come back and answer our trivia questions. So we need to go and answer our trivia question of the week. Okay, so the trivia question for this week was, what is the name of Virgin Voyage's first cruise ship? Let's see if anybody has answered that question. I may have missed it, but I don't think I saw anybody with the right answer. You suppose nobody knows what the name of Virgin Voyage's first ship is, or if people are just being shy? Nope, I found the answer. The first person to answer it, correctly. Yeah, that does make it better. The first correct answer we received. Before I reveal what it is and who said that, Joy, do you know what the name? Do you remember what the name of the first Virgin Voyage ship is? I think you'll recognize it when you hear it. and I believe the first ones to say it was, it followed closely by Dale and Jen and Dale, was Sea Lake Journey said Scarlet Lady.
Oh, yeah,
Scarlet
that makes
Lady
sense.
was the first ship.
Right.
And yes, and yeah. So yeah, we're still working on these special features, and we're going to continue to have more trivia and other content. But Scarlet Lady and the new ship, the second ship, is Valiant Lady. Valiant Lady, if I can enunciate a little better. So yeah, that's.
I'm just going over the names of the Virgin Voyages ship names.
You're practicing.
Well, I was like Scarlet Lady, Valiant Lady.
You should have stopped with the first one. So next week we'll have another trivia question, but for now we need to move on to our next special feature.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about all the awesome food you can enjoy on board the Carnival Panorama. Starting with the food that'll cost a little extra. One place that you might want to check out is Gigi Asian Kitchen. Gigi Asian Kitchen has Pan-Asian food, delicious cuisine. It'll cost you a little extra, but they have delicious dishes that you may recognize from Chinese restaurants you've been to before, and some creative Asian dishes. This here, I believe, was the chairman's roasted pork. It was really savory and delicious. I'll put the menu up here. It's kind of small. If you can expand that out to see it, that Gigi Asian Kitchen is a place I would recommend. Another place we always enjoy going to is the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. You can go there and you can get a steak.
Oh, that ribeye looks so delicious.
Yep, great ribeyes. And they also have great seafood and great service at the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. We go, every time we go on our Carnival Cruise, we go to the steakhouse, and we have always enjoyed it.
Yes.
Another option that costs a little extra is Bonsai Sushi.
Bonsai Sushi.
Yes, and Bonsai Sushi has delicious sushi prepared by sushi chefs right on board, and delicious appetizers. I'll put up the menu here. This one might be a little easier to see. I don't know. Hopefully you can see that, but I recommend you check out Bonsai Sushi if you love sushi, ramen, other types of Asian, Japanese type appetizers. A lot of good
Edamame.
stuff. And Bonsai Sushi is great, but there's also Bonsai Teppanyaki, and Bonsai Teppanyaki is like exactly, it's a restaurant where they go hua. The chef cooks up the food right in front of you, prepares it. It's like a Japanese steakhouse. They cook it up. They do with a little onion volcano, and they throw knives around and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Make an egg flour.
A lot of special trips. You could tell that we have enjoyed this sort of food before. So yeah, Bonsai Teppanyaki is another great option.
Try and catch shrimp in your mouth.
Okay, let's do that later. Let's move on. There's also Cucina del Capitano,
my favorite
Italian specialty dining option.
Rolls.
On Carnival Panorama, be sure to check out, if you like Italian food, be sure to check out Cucina del Capitano. You can get this delicious garlic bread just covered in Parmesan cheese.
So good.
And they've also got great pasta. A lot of great options at Cucina del Capitano.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out. Another option, if you want to see some very unique creative items, there's the Chef's Table. The Chef's Table, you can get a lot of delicious items prepared by the chef himself and enjoy some really elegant cuisine. Thank you. Yeah. And if you're looking for something during the day, like a snack or something special for lunch at a la carte prices, you can go to the Seafood Shack.
Yes.
The Seafood Shack has delicious food, like peel and eat shrimp.
That was my favorite.
I know it is. They also have the buffalo shrimp, and they've got fish and chips. Yep. Lobster rolls. I'll put up a menu here. The prices may be a little dated on this, but this will give you an idea of the items they have.
Chowder in a bread bowl.
I know you like that chowder in the bread bowl.
Yes.
A lot of great food. And I thought it was pretty reasonably priced, but if you're looking for a special snack or a lunch during the day, go to Seafood Shack. Another option they don't have on a lot of the ships, but Carnival Panorama has it, is Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse. You can go there and get brisket, sausages, pork,
barbecue chicken.
a lot of great food
So
and
good.
great sides too.
Yeah.
Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse, great option, and they also have beers made specially on board.
Yeah,
A lot of great options.
It's sometimes it's great for lunch.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. It's very good for lunch.
Check it out for lunch. You won't be sorry. Also, another option is you can get pizza delivery and you can get room service, of course.
Yay!
A lot of great options to check out. Let's talk about some other options that won't cost you any extra at all, like, of course, Guy's Burger Joint.
Yes.
Guy's Burger Joint has those delicious burgers, recipes created by Guy Fieri himself. Delicious burgers and fries.
I'll have a plain Jane, thank you, so I can go to the
toppings bar.
Yep.
You can go to the toppings bar and add extra bacon, sauteed mushrooms,
onions,
grilled onions.
tomatoes,
the donkey sauce,
yeah,
a little hot sauce. And here's the menu for Guy's Burger Joint. Five basics. Like you said, you like to get the plain Jane and go and customize it yourself. You can get it with or without cheese. I like to get the ringer, which has an onion ring and barbecue sauce on it. But they also have the pig patty. Pig patty has a patty made of bacon in addition to the beef patty that's on there. Real delicious and creative burgers there at Guy's Burger Joint, and these cost nothing extra. It's included in the price of your fare.
It is, and it's so great.
Yep. Another thing that's great is Pizzeria del Capitano.
Yum! I love their pizzas.
Yep, great pizza. And if you get the pizza delivery, you're going to pay a little extra. But if you go and pick it up yourself, no extra charge. They're open late into the early hours of the morning. Go there and get a pizza made to order just the way you want it at Pizzeria del Capitano.
That's right.
And early in the morning or in the afternoon, head to Blue Iguana Cantina.
Oh,
Blue Iguana Cantina has complimentary burritos made just the way you want them. They'll make them up with all the ingredients you want, and you can go to the salsa bar and add extra heat. If you want to make a spicy burrito, they've also got tacos. And if you ask, sometimes they'll have taco salads.
Oh my, that was so good.
Yes.
But you got to ask.
Yeah, they don't always have those taco bowls, but you can ask. And in the mornings, you can get a breakfast burrito, or you can get the huevos rancheros, which is like a tostada with an egg on it, is the best way to describe it, I guess.
Tostada.
And they also have that other thing you see there is an arrapa, and that is basically, it's like a cornbread with cheese in it.
I like how to pronounce that. Arapa.
Okay. Another option that won't cost you any extra is the Carnival Deli. You can go to the Carnival Deli and get delicious sandwiches like the Reuben.
My favorite.
Yep. And we'll put up the menu here so you can see the different sandwiches they have. They also have wraps, and they've got some side items. No extra charge for Carnival Deli on the Carnival Panorama. So be sure to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, no extra charge, of course, is the Lido Marketplace, the buffet area.
Oh, yeah.
You can go there for every meal, help yourself to whatever you want to eat.
The salad bar is always open.
Yep. And they also have delicious desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about the main dining rooms. The main dining rooms, there's two of them on the ship. Carnival Panorama has the Vista Restaurant and the Horizon Restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I'll put up the menu here for you. An example. Well, this is one of the menus. Let's see. Well, I thought I had the other one. So here's the menu for the MDR. This gives you an example. These are some things that you can order for a little extra, like the steak selections and sushi. You can see the most important part, the desserts there. But yeah, the menu from the MDR.
And they like to change it up every once in a while too. So
they do. It's not always the same. So if you're planning a cruise on the Carnival Panorama, this is the food. Comment and let us know what you're going to choose on the Carnival Panorama cruise. We hope you found this helpful, and give us a thumbs up if you like that.
A thumbs up. That really helps our channel and helps other people to find our channel.
That's right. So let's go back and wrap up some things here. We did three features, three special features.
They went by so fast.
I know. Maybe we need to add three more. We need to have like 6 special features.
Well, maybe like Dan's drink of the day.
Dan's drink of the day.
I don't know.
Dan's doctor probably wouldn't approve of that. I don't think we better not do that. We'll keep working. I like the joy of cruising. I like Cruise Hero. I think is going to be a winner. Be sure to email us and let us know if you have a cruise hero you want to nominate. info@cruisedayfun.com. We want to hear about your cruise hero. And we need to remind you that next Saturday at 3:00, we are at Eastern time. We are going to be covering our Plan Your Cruise episode. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing better than going on a cruise is getting ready to go on a cruise.
Yes.
The excitement of an impending
with all
cruise.
The changes that have happened lately, you just want to plan it well.
Yes. So join us next week when we talk about that, and we'll have another spotlight on cruise food next week. Probably do Carnival again, but I'm thinking maybe we'll switch it up and do another cruise line here soon. We have the most experience with Carnival. That's why we usually do that, and that seems to be what most of our viewers want to see. But we have some experience with Norwegian, so we might do some Norwegian ones to change it up, so it's not. People that watch us every week are like, "Oh, they're talking about Guy's Burger Joint again." Well, yeah, it's on all these ships. So yeah, so we may change that up. But
Carnival is not paying us either.
No, they should.
If you want to, Carnival,
we pay Carnival. So I think that's all we had for today. Big changes for the Carnival Cruise food options.
That's right.
Should we go through them one more time real quick and then we'll wrap it up? You want to tell them the permanent changes? What are those? Do you want to just list them off, or you want me to?
I'll list the first three.
Okay. The first three changes, in case you missed them, on Carnival are:
breakfast room service hang tag program has been discontinued.
Yeah, but you can still call.
Yep.
You can still call.
24-hour pizza has been discontinued.
Yeah.
But they still will serve pizza just from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. is the only time they aren't serving pizza.
Right.
And then late night snacks at the buffet has been discontinued.
Yeah. So that's the first three. So then the Ocean Plaza, for the ships that have Ocean Plaza, they're taking away that little lunch snack area, mini buffet. And the Sea Day brunch is being reduced by 1 hour. It's going to close at noon instead of 1. And the main dining room special occasion cakes are going away. So now they'll apparently, according to Sea Lake Journeys, they'll bring you your regular dessert and sing to you.
Yay! So, I still like the singing.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's nice. It's just to me, it's a little less special. It's more like we're going to Applebee's and they're going to sing to us. Than unlike on a cruise in the past, a cruise was like, wow, we get a cake. You're not going to charge us for a cake? Yeah. I don't remember restaurants in land doing that. It's been a long time since I saw a restaurant doing that.
I like when people sing to me.
I understand. Yeah, no. Well, not when I sing to you. Nobody likes when I sing to them. Temporary changes. Afternoon tea remains on hold, and the chocolate extravaganza remain on hold. Both of those are supposed to come back, hopefully soon. The good news is, what you want to say? The good news?
The good news is, Cucina del Capitano will be open for dinner. So you can get that tiramisu, that garlic bread that you like. And the chef's table has been returned. The
chef's table is back. So that's good news. And the one thing we didn't really talk about, and before we wrap up here, we'll just mention this, is we didn't really talk about the why. Why are they doing this? And maybe it's obvious. The reason that I'm hearing is that they did it because of staffing shortages. I think we can read into it a little bit and say that, they're probably trying to save some money. They, like the other cruise lines, they have gone through some really rough times and are trying to recover from being shut down for a long time. So if it's a choice between not having to call to get my room service delivered rather than putting out a hang tag and maybe not being able to have a cruise line around that we've enjoyed, I'd rather the cruise line still be around, even if they have to modify things.
Yeah, I'd rather go cruising than not go cruising.
Yep. And like Blaine said from Riley's Creative Travel, he just is happy to go cruising. So I agree with that sentiment. So comment if you disagree, comment if you agree, comment, let us know what you're going to miss. I think that kind of wraps it up, and we'll be back next week to talk about planning your next cruise, and we're going to talk about another Carnival cruise ship. We're going to feature another Carnival cruise ship and talk about food once again, of course. And we'll have those 3 features that we introduced tonight. We're going to bring it back. Anything else we need to say?
Give us a thumbs up if you like this content.
Yeah.
It really helps our channel. We really appreciate everyone who watches us.
That's right. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a way to follow us.
Yep.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.